Hey everybody, thank you for joining me in the den today for a comparison shave between the Oneblade core and the more expensive Oneblade Genesis. I have used both of these razors and I enjoy using them. I've not noticed a particular difference between the two, so I thought today I would put them side by side and really see if I could feel any differences. The soap I'm using today is going to be my Don Jose by Abbate Mantia coconut banana with a little bit of menthol. I've got the matching aftershave to go with that, and I'll be using my vintage Hardrite lime beater brush today. I'm all prepared, so let's get some of this soap on my face. I hope you're doing very well today, guys. I'm looking forward to this shave. I had my COVID booster and my flu inoculation yesterday, so I am feeling a bit under the weather and looking forward to a really refreshing, nice shave, which is why I picked the Don Jose. A little bit of menthol just to pick things up a little bit. A beautiful scent, absolutely beautiful. And the knot I've got in this brush is just a soft type synthetic. Beautifully soft, beautifully soft. So as I say, I've both of these razors in my collection now, and I pull them out from time to time and use them, and I do enjoy the shave with them, but I have not noticed, well, I've not noticed any real difference between them, but I've not tried them side by side. So on this side of my face, I'm going to be using a Genesis, and on this side, we'll be using the Oneblade core. And I'm going to be starting with the Oneblade core today. This is Oneblade's cheapest razor. You can see it is made of a polymer type material. Oops, mass produced, but it has got a steel bar in the middle to give it weight and balance. It uses, I should say, the Feather FH10 carbon steel blades. I like these very much, although they are a little expensive. A single-edged razor blade, so you can pull the blade out of the razor without harming yourself. The first thing to notice on this, as you put the blade in, there is some movement in the blade and it has the pivoting head. The movement in the blade is intentional. The floating blade, it has been designed this way. And I find they found that having a floating blade gave a more effective, more forgiving and smoother shave than having a fixed blade. And the idea is that it moves over the contours of your skin as you shave, and certainly I've not had any problems with this at all. There's no blade chatter that I've noticed when I'm shaving. I've never nicked myself, whereas I know that if I was using a safety razor and a blade moved like that, I'd be extremely concerned. But these razors are designed to tempt people over from cartridge razors to a single blade rather than being aimed at traditional hobbyists like myself. Nevertheless, I have always enjoyed my shave with the one blade. I noticed quite a few videos with this razor. It doesn't look as if they are using the razor properly, and that certainly, I include myself in that because that happened to me. When I first got this, I used it just as a safety razor. I didn't utilise the flexible head. The idea is that you add a little pressure to the handle and utilise that pivot point, and that is the optimum shave for you. And certainly up under my nose there, I just tend to use it like the safety razor. I don't bother utilising the head up there. So that was the Oneblade Core. That is their cheapest razor that they do. That retails at $30 on the Oneblade site, or $25 if you buy a blade package with it. Now, the Genesis is their high-end razor, and this really is a thing of beauty, whereas the Core is mass-produced. The Genesis is handmade by one person through 50 processes. It is a military grade stainless steel. It takes exactly the same blade, but there is a little less play in the blade on this higher end razor, and they do say that the Core is Oneblade's most forgiving razor. The Hybrid is their intermediate, and the Genesis is their more aggressive razor. So they categorise it by saying that the shave is smooth, smoother and smoothest. Now, one thing I'm noticing is that I'm using a different hand. That might have an effect on the shave. But the thing that I'm noticing is that the stainless steel, when I'm dipping it in my cold water, the head is cold, whereas this is not the case. It's a different feel. Well, that is my first pass, and honestly, for me, first off, there doesn't seem to be much difference. We'll just see how that goes as the shade goes on. I think there was a vintage razor blade. Was it made by Barbasol? I know some of you guys will help me out. Did it have a floating head or a floating blade? Can't quite remember. But the floating blade on this razor is not just a floating blade. They've given it a whole name. It's a system. And they called it, let me have a look, the Active Floating Blade Approach System. So there we are. That's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Beautiful soap this is. I'm just thinking here, guys, I'm just thinking if I can feel a difference between this side and this side before I put this on. In terms of feel, there's maybe just the slightest difference on this side. And in terms of touch, it's very close. It's very close, but this, excuse me, I think is a closer shave on this side of my face. So let's get on with the second pass, shall we? I don't think there's very much in it at all, I'll be honest with you. But there certainly is a lot of difference in the price point. As I said, the Oneblade Core is retailing at $30 or $25 with a blade deal. And the idea is that they send you the blades as you need them through the post. Whereas the more expensive option, the Genesis, retails at $350 or $295 with the blade package. Now, of course, Black Friday is tomorrow, and there is a deal on, so you can save £100 on the more expensive razor, so that's quite a saving. But for the cheaper version, I like it. I think it's a good razor. Let's just stop there for a minute and swap over. I don't know, guys, they feel very much alike to me. it does feel slightly counterintuitive pressing with the razor to initialize that pivoting head. For myself, as a confirmed traditionalist, that is rather an odd feeling still. But as you can see, I can still take my time with this razor. And I can still enjoy a really nice, calm, relaxing shave. And I suppose the opposite side of that is that this would be an easy razor blade to use quickly in the morning to get you out the door. I don't think there'd be any problem with that. Now, this is the one part of my face where I don't tend to utilise that pivoting head. It feels a little uncomfortable pressing on there. I think perhaps once the spring loosens up a little bit over time, now I've just tried it with that one. Okay, I'll try it next time out. Because that one was okay. I think the spring is marginally looser, if that's the word. There's not so much tension in it, very marginally, on the cheaper version. Of course, my view is entirely subjective, and somebody else using the same two razors may have an entirely different opinion, but I thought it would be a bit of fun today just to take two razors from my collection and to compare them side by side. And beautiful razors they are. The cheaper razor, the Core, comes in a very nice cardboard box. Actually, I really like the box. Let me just dry my hands and show you, because I've got the box in here. You know, it's got this cool picture on it of the razor, some information, and in there is a stand and a pack of blades. And for the price, I think that's great value to get the stand as well. The more expensive Genesis comes in a leather box, and I haven't got that in here. I didn't want to get it wet or marked in any way, but that also comes with a stand, a different stand. So I do think that is a point in their favour, that they, you know, you don't have to pay extra for the stand. You get it all in the box and you're ready to go. I know that's factored into the price. But I think for $30, they quite often have a sale at Oneblade. I think the Core is exceptional value for money, really. That's my opinion. That's how I feel today, guys. Right, back to the Core, because I've completely mixed myself up there. I think I've got this right. I like the shape of this handle, by the way. quite often if I shave, I hold the razor that way, but on these, I like to hold it that way and go, you know, across with my hand. I find this very, very easy to shave with going against the grain on the neck. So there we are, I've speeded it up a little bit there. You could see I could have quite a quick shave if I wanted to. Right, I'm pressing down, so I'm getting the pivot action. Yeah, that works okay. Of course, the thing is, you don't have to press all the way down, just a little bit to get it moving. No, that's the wrong way, isn't it? This way. God knows how I'm holding this. I don't know. It's all gone to pot. We'll go this way. Now, I would say, let me just try it this way. Okay, so I would say that the core, or like that, was smoother going against the grain. For me, I don't know why that should be. In fact, definitely smoother. A little bit uncomfortable going over there with this Genesis. So I'm going to stop that straight away. It's just there, you can perhaps hear it's really picking up the hair there. You know, guys, it's a strange thing, but that was a little bit uncomfortable for me. Just around this area, as you saw. With the more expensive razor now, it could just be, and in fact the tolerances are different between the razors. But it could be that the least aggressive razor suits me more. I'm sure that's what it is. Against the grain, this is a wonderful razor. But just on that last bit there, that was definitely more comfortable on this side of my neck. And well, that's interesting. That's all I can say about it. But there is no doubt that the Genesis is, you know, a lifetime razor that will be passed on to your son for their lifetime, and you know, that is a really well made razor, military grade. But as you saw, that one, the Oneblade core, seemed to suit me a little better on this side. Either way, they're a nice razor. I enjoy using them both, and it's only putting them side by side that I noticed that little difference. Now, how have we done? Well, there's a little hair there. That is the area that I was having difficulty with, and there's none there. And yet, smoother here, not quite so smooth there. So, a mixed result. I've proved absolutely nothing. But as I say, this was just a subjective shave for a bit of fun. And with both razors, I mean, I'm being hyper, vigilant there, but a very, very nice shave, can't deny it. So today, here's my Don Jose, made in Italy, aftershave. We've got a nice, can you see, there's a nice small hole in there so it doesn't all come sloshing out at a rate of knots. Beautiful glass bottle and a fantastic scent. No real burning. You'll notice I didn't feel the need for any alum, so we didn't go there. A very nice shave indeed, and yeah, a bit of fun with that comparison. Thank you very much for joining me and being a part of my shave, and I would just like to say to all my American friends, or our American friends, happy Thanksgiving to you. Take good care of yourselves. See you next time. Bye bye now.